I'm a very bold man. I say what I want. I say what I want. No, 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 no. I'm not saying it again.
I was still dating for
Wahala for who is not in dating pool. No.
when I was still in
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is actually a very special video because I have an amazing guest here. This is my amazing friend Titi, and we're going to be talking about an interesting topic today. So we're going to be talking about things that we're never doing again. So in friendships, relationships, things that maybe will have happened, and we know that we're not doing it again, or we're not taking it again from people. So they said you should not do for anybody in 2024. So moving forward, these are the things that we are not taking. So this is going to be an interesting video. So make sure you get your popcorn and come into the conversation. Use the timestamp to also, interact in the comments. If it's something that you also relate to, we'll be happy to interact with you from there. I'm going to leave her handle on the screen and also on the description. So if you want to connect with her, please do. She's an amazing, fantastic female journalist. See, I don't want to if I read her profile on this video, we'll not even stay. But I'm so proud of her and I'm happy that she's here. So welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get right into the video. So guys, so Titi, you start first. So what is one thing that in friendship and relationship that you're never going to do again?
Of course, relationship first. When I was still dating for
Wahala for who is not in dating pool. No.
when I was still in dating pool,
Yeah.
when I was going through all the talking stages, one thing I would never tolerate is going with the flow. There was a time I thought that was the first time. I think I just came into Abuja and then meeting the person, and then I was actually like, "Oh, what are we?"
That question, what are we?
And then the person is like, "Don't worry, let's just take things as it goes." I mean, in my naive state, I was like, "Well, you shouldn't not pressure him. Love is process.
I don't
Love is a process. So why not? So let's understand each other."
Wow.
But then it was the outcome of that particular, situationship that was like, no, you have to clearly define what exactly you want from somebody. Because if you do not clearly define, you will abuse the relationship.
True.
And then you just have external factors coming in, and then the person at the end of the day will tell you, well, I wasn't in a relationship with you, so
Exactly.
why are you taking it all personal? So I think it's just very important that we as human beings, if you are looking for something romantic, if you're looking to start a relationship with somebody and you're interested and all of that stuff, it's important that you clearly define, not in as much as you can easily just catch feelings and whatever. It's important that when you, to a certain extent, you guys have made sacrifices for each other.
Yeah.
It's important that you're able to, state that, okay, this is what I want from you. Are you feeling the same thing? If you don't, as a woman, you're just going to be playing with your time, and time is not going to be on your side, and then everything is just against you. So yeah,
It's a very solid point because I know that a lot of times I have heard that let's go with the flow, go with the flow, but not anymore too, obviously. So for me, I think my first point is I'm never shooting my shot again directly. Like I'm not doing that again. I think in the past, in the past, I found myself shooting my shots directly. See, if you're a lady, forget what they say. Okay, maybe it may happen in the West. It may work well for them in the Western world. It may work well for you. Maybe that's how you met your husband. Maybe that's how you met your boyfriend. Me, I don't know. I'm not sure doing it again because of, I think, how it was perceived because of the person involved, and it made it look as if when you shoot your shot with somebody that they naturally know that the men are supposed to chase them, and the men are supposed to chase the women, and then you see a woman chasing you. It's just weird. And I found that my feelings were taken for granted. The relationship was not, it was like I was the one pushing for everything because I was the one that did the chasing. So moving forward, I'm never going to do that again. I'll either do it indirectly or just use style, but directly shooting my shot. Before, I used to always say, what's there now? I'm a very bold man. I say what I want. I say what I want. No, 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 no. I'm not saying it again because it has put me in trouble quite a number of times. So, no.
Let me add to that. And I think it's in as much as, well, there's a way you can go about shooting of shots. but I wouldn't advise you to be so direct. But sort
Yeah.
of position yourself for the person to know that okay,
Notice
you're actually
interested.
available and all that.
Yeah.
And I think it sort of ties into what I've mentioned in the sense that if it's that you people are always probably going out together, doing things together,
Yeah.
I think it's also important to be not like you are shooting your shot, but you're just clearly defining it.
What
Do
you're
you
doing.
understand?
Yes, yeah.
Is this, are you in on this? I'm feeling this. You feel the same thing. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Not necessarily like, oh, I don't know, shooting or shot. So there's a way you can clearly position yourself. If you're a subtle person, there's a
Yeah.
way you can clearly position yourself. But at the same time, it also boils down to the fact of knowing what you want. If you are really close to the person, knowing what you want from the person, but at the
Yeah.
same time, just do things with respect, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So what about your second point?
Oh yeah, my second point would be I would never entertain a guy who does not know how to take initiative. Initiative in the sense of let's say even in dating, taking initiative, being in a relationship rather, because I think there's always this dichotomy between dating and relationship.
Yeah.
So in a relationship, you don't know that you're supposed to call, you don't know you're supposed to send messages. Now in a talking stage, if it's about taking me out on a date or what we us wanting to meet each other, you just knowing like okay, let's go to this place, let's do this. Just
Yeah.
the leadership, the
Yes,
initiative and the
initiate
leadership
that.
to
Yeah.
think things through, be the man that you ought to be, and being able to lead is actually very
Yes.
sexy.
Yeah,
So if you
actually
cannot do
it is.
that, and it shows to me that the person is not emotionally available.
And no intentional as well.
Yeah, so I've been in that situation when in my days when I was going through talking stages, and there was this particular guy that I was always the one asking, oh, when are we going to see? The guy will post me from left to right. Eventually, when it's time to see on that day, he won't call me.
Wow.
He won't send me any message. I'll be the one calling you on the day.
The
Okay, where are you?
audacity.
It was until one of my friends dragged by me. Like, are you okay? Don't leave this house until the guy calls you. And interestingly, I see this not that. So it was that time that it felt like the guy was really taking me for granted. And then I was like, he was not just emotionally available, and I was just pushing, and it felt like I was a bit too desperate. And then so I was
Yes,
like, nah.
that's how it actually looks. It looks like you're desperate because it doesn't make any sense for you to be in a relationship with somebody and then you're always the one saying, "Oh, when are we seeing? When are we hanging out?" And then stuff like, okay, the person is in the same city with you, but you have to always be the one to always want to see them. They don't even make effort to say, "Okay, well, can I see you?" They don't even make effort to say, "Oh, okay, if you're busy, I can come this day or come that day, or maybe
Mm-hmm.
at work, or are you at work, or how busy are you? I can come take you out." Just basic. I don't know. There's this video that this guy made Eniola when he's like, "Don't ask me when are you going to be free or can I take you out." He says, "Oh no," he said, "Ask me something about not are you hungry? You want to eat? Say I want to go out somewhere. Meet me by there by one."
If you are toasting me, I need you to have action. Yes, there's a difference between when can we see and can we see on Saturday. If I'm available, I say yes. If I'm not, you say can we see on Sunday.
You're like, just be freaking direct. Don't always wait and just sit down and just let somebody, especially as a man, if a man watching this video, take initiative. Don't always let your woman, be the one to like make all the moves
Yeah.
and plan all the dates and all because we actually find it very sexy
Yeah.
and actually cool when the man is taking initiative without being told.
Yeah. True.
Oh well, for me, my second point is that I am not going to force friendships anymore. Like it's not something that I'm going to do because in the past I've seen myself forced a lot of friendships. Friendship, like very well that okay, maybe I say I wouldn't know, but that the person is not giving attention. I was not being paid attention to. I was the one that was always calling, always sending messages, always reaching out. And it was not being reciprocated. It felt like what's going on. And then when things happen, I'm most likely the last to know. So in that category, I was forcing friendships with certain people, and then in their mind they have their own people, and I'm just trying to force myself into their circle. So now I already know when I'm not in a particular circle. I know when I'm not friends with somebody. I know when it's just friendship, when it's acquaintances, when it's colleague. Like I know how to just have that. I just know my place in people's lives. So yeah, I'm not forcing friendships again.
So I think my next point directly links to hers, which is the fact that in as much as you're friends with somebody, there has to be boundaries.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's very important.
There are situations where you and the person, you are really close, you have gone through moments, you have sacrificed for each other, you have been there for each other, you have cried together, you have prayed together, you have done everything together,
Yeah.
and then you just notice that the person is drifting away, and the person tells you, I just need some time off to myself, and then you start feeling hurt, like, maybe I've been there for you before in the past,
Yeah.
so
Why
I
don't you
didn't
let
be
me be there for you?
exactly, just be sensitive enough to, just understand that this person is going through a phase, and maybe they just want to go through it, maybe by
Yeah.
themselves, maybe with another person. That is totally fine. Being
Yeah.
able to understand boundaries and being able to respect those boundaries and know that, okay, even if the person doesn't want to talk to me anymore, that is fine. You understand? But being able to understand when someone says, at the moment, I'm not open and not ready to have conversations.
About it, yeah.
Yes, with just everybody, or even if it hurts really hard.
It's going to
But
hurt.
it's definitely going to hurt.
Definitely
But at
going to
the same time, just respect these boundaries, please.
Yeah. Okay, so my next point is about ignoring red flags, because I used to be in like relationships that I see the red flags right from the beginning, like right from the beginning, and then I just start making excuses for the person. Okay, maybe he probably doesn't call because maybe he's not the calling type, or probably doesn't text because he's not really the texting type, or maybe this person doesn't really like going out. Like, all these red flags. This person is still talking to his ex because they are just friends. Ex and people dating can still be friends. Just being very naive and oblivious to the fact that these things are red flags. It's not hawk's blood, like they are red flags. We're just not paying attention to it and just making excuses. So that's something moving forward that I'm not going to be doing. Like, and I feel like the Holy Spirit also has a role to play in that, because the Holy Spirit and the spirit of discernment will help you. Like, it has been helping me know how to, know when somebody is actually not right fit for me, or maybe the person is trying to play a fashion. And then there's this prayer that I prayed. I shared it with my friend earlier. I said it to you, and I was like, if you're in a relationship, or if you want to get into a relationship, you should always pray that God should show you people's true colors. So don't, because I don't know, there's stuff about trending about how people will say, oh, this person did this thing, or this person used to be like this, but I didn't notice it until later. But one thing about having that relationship with the Holy Spirit and having the spirit of discernment is that you will see it, but obviously you should have the wisdom to act on it. So that's something that moving forward I'm not going to do. Once it's a red flag, I make sure that I'm sure that this is a red flag. I pay attention to it. So that makes me to be able to, open my eyes while I'm in the talking stage, or when I'm having any conversation with somebody that I feel like is a prospect. So that way I'm sure that I'm not ignoring the red flags. And it's different from looking for the red flags, because there are people that literally just sit down and they're just looking for red flag, looking for the bad thing about the person, and you just want to say something bad. But being able to just sit back, have a conversation, listen to this person, both when the person is talking with his words, body language, non-verbal communication, you're seeing everything and you're paying attention. That way you're able to discern when it's a red flag and when it's not. So yeah.
Okay, so I want to add something to that. In as much as there are some things that are red flags to somebody, it's also important that we also note that we can have red flags
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
But I think it's also for us to understand that what are the red flags that can be fixed, and the person that has the red flag, either you or the other person, are you teachable to correct those red flags?
True.
So assuming either in a relationship or you're still trying to know the person,
Yeah.
I think it's also very important to know if the person is teachable. If you
Very
notice certain
important.
red flags and it's something that you point out to the person is like, oh, I didn't know about it, and then I'm taking initiative and
But
I'm
they are
going
willing
to
to
correct
change.
exactly. So then that is something you can still work on. So identifying the red flags, that's quite alright. But if it's something that can still be fixed, I would advise that you can work towards it. That is if the person is still open to change.
Yeah, and teachable. So yeah, there you have it. So these are top 3 things that we are not doing again moving forward. So let me know in the comment. Let us know in the comments what are the things that you have been doing before and you're not doing it anymore, based on the experiences you have, or based on even other people's experiences. Let us know in the comments. I will be interacting with you from there. I'm going to leave Titi's handle in the description, the link to her social media handles. Please follow her and let's interact in the comment basically. Please, if you enjoyed this video, of course, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Shared this video with someone, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.